It's your boy Jimmy Blue, Mr. All Access Elite Boxing, reporting live from Dallas, Texas. I want to thank each and every one of our listeners. Make sure to follow us on All Access Elite Boxing on YouTube. Hit your subscribe button. Also follow us on Facebook, All Access Elite Boxing. Instagram at All Access Elite Boxing. And if you're on Twitter, make sure to follow us at All Access Elite. All right, boxing fans, let's jump right into it. We got the news that broke out today with Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz being moved from November the 9th to the 23rd of November. It was originally supposed to be at the Staples Center in LA, pay-per-view, and I think originally it was supposed to be on Showtime pay-per-view. It's being reported that it's being switched to the 23rd for the simple reason, in fact, that it's going to be broadcasted by both Fox and Showtime. Showtime hasn't really been putting on a lot of fights this year. I know last year they came out, they had one hell of a year for boxing. Now that HBO, went out of business, I honestly thought that Showtime was going to be able to do more, but obviously DAZN came in, ESPN Plus came in, and these guys been hitting and knocking everything out of the park. I don't know, man. I think it's very interesting because, you got to understand, November the 9th, from my understanding, it was the venue was available at the Staples Center. I don't believe the Lakers or the Clippers were playing, but now for them pushing it out 2 weeks, it may change the actual location to Las Vegas. And with both Showtime and Fox being the ones that are going to push it, it's going to be interesting to see what the pay-per-view sales are going to be. Now, mind you, this will be, if it does happen, it's going to be 2 weeks prior to the biggest heavyweight rematch of the year with Andy Reese and Anthony Joshua, which, obviously for those that have been following, even Reese has said himself that, hey, I'm not fighting in Saudi Arabia. The rematch is going to happen, but we're not fighting in Saudi Arabia. I don't know what's the outcome going to be. I know Reese recently went on video indicating that he doesn't feel protected out there. I don't know what he means by that, but he also mentioned that the United States may apparently host the fight. So I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see because $40 million is a lot of money. I don't know any actual venue that would be willing to cough up or even throw that amount of money for hosting an actual fight. So that'll be definitely something to look into. But again, with the Wilder and Ortiz, it's gonna be interesting. Again, we're gonna see how the pay-per-view numbers do. It's gonna be 2 weeks prior to the main rematch with Reese and Joshua, and I think it's gonna be a good thing for boxing. I know that when Errol Spence Jr. fought Mikey Garcia earlier in March, obviously it was the first pay-per-view televised by Fox. I had the privilege of interviewing at the press conference, or actually at the post-fight presser for Mikey and Errol. I was there asking questions. Getting it in for all the All Access Elite Boxing fans, asking all the tough questions. I remember I went up, I asked Richard Schaefer, I was like, hey, listen, first I asked him if Errol Spence Jr. was going to be the new face of boxing, or rather for the Fox network, in which he mentioned that he was going to be the new face. They were really going to be pushing Errol, but I also mentioned to him, I'm like, hey, listen, around the winter time, obviously the fall time, it's football is king. There's a lot of football games that are going to be on the Fox network, even college football games on Saturdays. Is Fox as well as PBC, are they looking to take advantage to try and get that audience, the football fans, with releasing commercial videos during NFL Sunday, during the playoffs, during college football games? And he mentioned, yes, the objective was to get as much of an audience as possible to get them to convert over to boxing. And I think I think Fox is doing a really, really good job, considering that was their first event that they ever did, and everything was first class service at Cowboy Stadium in Dallas, Texas. So it's going to be very interesting. The last time that I could recall of two networks actually working together was Showtime and HBO when they featured Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. it was kind of weird how they did it, because if you guys remember, they had handpicked certain broadcasters to broadcast the fights. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if maybe they'll get one broadcaster from Fox, another one from Showtime. I know that during the Mayweather-Manny Pacquiao fight, they even had, I believe, Jimmy Lennon Jr. and Michael Buffer. Both. I think Jimmy Lennon Jr. announced Mayweather, if I'm not mistaken, and Buffer announced Manny Pacquiao. I can't remember. It was such a long time ago, but nevertheless, guys, the date's been switched. It's going to be the week prior to Thanksgiving, so it's going to be very interesting. November the 23rd. Now, what's Canelo going to do? Originally Canelo, there was rumors of him potentially fighting in the month of October. I know Demetrius Andrade is the front runner. And then now they're mentioning December. So if he does fight in December, in my opinion, it's looking more or less that it'll be closer to Christmas time, if not maybe after Christmas. So that way it'll finish the year off strong. But again, Luis Ortiz, Deontay Wilder making his 10th title defense, is looking to switch the venue in 2 weeks. So there you go. There you guys have it. Make sure to follow us at All Access Elite Boxing on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and if you're on Twitter, make sure and follow us, All Access Elite. It's your boy Jim in Blue, Mr. All Access Elite Boxing, signing off.